Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Bree, and today we are making Grandma Gammy's house. So I'll probably put her create a sim up before I put this house up, or yeah, maybe, I don't know. Whichever way I figure works best. But I made this house with having a grandma live in it in mind. So I pictured this cute little cottage out in the middle of nowhere. Well, maybe not the middle of nowhere, because she kind of needs to be around civilization, but kind of like in this cute like country area. And I really love how cute it turned out. It is has like older furnishings and like rundown kind of things, like not super rundown, like obviously grandma needs to live in a peaceful pretty house, so she just had like a cutesy factor that I would normally put in my other builds. Yeah, so I've never actually full on played with I've never played with any grandmas or seniors or grandpas or whatever. I've never played with seniors in my builds. I've never gone so far. I think maybe in The Sims 3 once I went so far in a family's generation that they became seniors and they had kids, but then I moved on to their kids. So like I moved on to playing their kids instead of them. So but that was in The Sims 3. Like in The Sims 4, I have not finished a generation. I just don't play with them, and I don't choose to start with them or anything. I don't know why that is. I should. They're probably so much more fun. They already have their savings, and they're set. They're good to live in their little house and be happy and content, They give no shits about what's going on in life. So yeah, I don't know. I really love how it turned out. I decided to do this weird octagonal room as the front room, which I don't usually do, and I actually hate octagon rooms. I hate furnishing them, and I hate roofing them. But since we got the octagonal roofs a while back, it's been a lot better, but still furnishing them is a little bit tricky. So I don't normally do them, especially where the door is. So that's new for me. We're just trying new stuff out, and it's lots of fun. I love it. So yeah, this is her cute little cottage, and it's on a small plot in Brindleton Bay. It's, I think, a 20 by 30, not 100% on that. I'll have to double check. And it starts off really cutesy, but I wanted to make sure that it didn't have any new elements. There's no new appliances, there's no new siding. It's all kind of older looking, which I love. I quite fancy that. And yeah, it turns out pretty well in my opinion. I don't think I'll play this one though. I usually play with all of my builds after I finish making them, and I enjoy the family that lives there, and I enjoy the house, just so that I can come back and say this house is playable and it's lots of fun. So, but this one I didn't. It's a small build. You don't really need to. There's not much stuff that I needed to use the move objects cheat for, whereas in my bigger houses or more I try to make them more interesting. So this one has it's a simple layout. It's a simple house with cute little Gammy sitting in there. I actually was so happy making a grandma, just because I feel like grandmas are stereotypically, they're super nice and loving and cute and good and sweet. So I loved thinking that grandma makes baked cookies and pies in this house, and she waits for her grandchildren to come over. I kind of got Red Riding Hood vibes, because I do put some chairs in the front lawn, and I was just thinking of the grandma sitting there and waiting for her grandchildren to come over, and so she can spend time with them, and she just sits there. I don't know, but I got Red Riding Hood vibes from this build and the character I was trying to portray. Yeah, anyways, it was super fun. So yeah, I put these cute little wood chairs out, and I made a little sitting area for her. There's quite a lot of gnomes too. I forgot that we had gnomes in The Sims 4. Like, I shouldn't though, because like there's this one holiday where the stupid gnomes, they just come out and they like ransack your house all the time. It's so annoying. I actually hate that holiday where the gnomes like just come and you gotta give them peace offerings and it's never the right one and they always get angry and they ruin my Sims mood. Yeah, I hate that holiday. Is that Easter? I don't know what holiday that is. I think it's in the spring though, because this one time the gnome was outside but it was winter, or it was like the snow was just melting, so like I didn't see the seed packs until after. But like honestly, so annoying. Don't like gnomes, hate them. But for this house they were perfect, and I put them everywhere I could because I love them in this build. Oh yeah, I don't think I found them until like after like I was almost done building that I put them in, so I don't think it's even on camera. But yeah, I just throw in like a whole bunch of flowers that Grandma would be really proud to garden all the time. And yeah, she's just so cute. I'm so excited. Like, this house is just so cute. It's so cutesy. It makes me happy. Yeah, it's just like a cute little Gammy's house. I don't know why they call her Gammy. Kind of reminds me of the movie, what's that movie with Sandra Bullock and Ryan Reynolds. Jeez, I cannot talk today. But that movie where Sandra Bullock has to marry Ryan Reynolds to keep her job, to move so she doesn't get like sent back to Canada. That's like Sandra, and it's like one of my favorite movies too, so I should know what it's called. The Proposal. Jeez, I knew what that movie is called. It's like one of my favorites because Betty White's in it, and Ryan Reynolds calls her Gammy, and I remember that. So I don't know why I called Grandma Gammy that, but that just comes to mind and it makes me happy. It's just like good memories, good times, fun memories. Yeah. So I will also put up her Create a Sim right after this, I think, and you can see how I make Grandma Grammy. She looks nothing like Betty White, by the way. I did not base her off that. Yeah, so I really enjoyed this little, like, look at the cute little gnomes. They're cute now, but in the game they're evil. I hate them because they're like burning fire. Like, when they have the halos it's fine, but when they're like burning fire, like, oh my god, it's evil possesses them. Yeah, and she has like this cute little area. She has like these cute little picnic baskets, which I forgot we had in the game. Like, there's a lot of things I forget we have in the game. For the amount of time that I build, I forget a lot of things in the build. I just, like, some of the things aren't easily used or easy to find. I find we have like really random categories, so it's really weird for you to, like, you're building and then all of a sudden you find like this weird object you've never seen before, you don't even remember. So it's always like Christmas Day sometimes when you find those, even though they're not very useful most of the time. But yeah, so it's kind of like one big open plan, which obviously older houses would not have, but because it's like a smaller looking cottage, I decided it would be better to have an open area per se, because I don't think it would be easy to play with such a small area. But yeah, I tend to like open floor plans better than the closed off floor plans, especially in gameplay. So I usually make them, like, in a small house it's just really hard to see everything with the walls up. It's really hard to take screenshots in tiny ass rooms. So yeah, this is what happened. And I choose the ugliest flooring and the ugliest wallpaper. I hate that wallpaper so much, and I hate that flooring. I used to actually have flooring in my old house that looks like that, except there's a lot more yellow, and it was the worst flooring. I actually have some pictures of it where I'm sitting on the floor on Instagram in my kitchen, and it is the grossest flooring. But because we were renting the house, I couldn't change it unless we got her approval, and like, there's no point in putting money into a house that you're gonna leave, even though we did stay there for 10 years. But grossest flooring ever. Could you imagine that flooring but like a super yellowy tinge, and it was in like the bathrooms too? Like, ugh. ugh, it makes me like shiver. It's so gross. And like on a day-to-day basis, it didn't bother me as much as I make it out to seem, but from design aspects and thinking back about it, it was so gross. Like, ugh. It was a nice house though, just gross tiles. And in the basement, I had like wood paneling instead of like just drywall like a normal house. Like they went and put up wood paneling throughout the whole house in the basement. Like upstairs, it's all drywall, and then downstairs all paneling, and it was like gross. And like upstairs had like this horrible carpet, and the old house had like dogs before we moved in there, and the dogs peed everywhere. So when we first moved in, we had to hire cleaners to get the dog pee smell out. Oh my god, renting nightmares right there. Renting nightmares. But at least we're renting, so that means that they have to fix all the problems and we don't. So that's the perks about renting. But yeah, anyways, back to Grandma Gammy's house. So I was gonna put in a different couch, but I loved that it had all these little quirky like pillows and like this florally patterned couch that really fits the grandma vibe. I know I'm stereotyping, but I mean, come on, we all do it sometimes. So yeah, this is Grandma Gammy's house, and I feel like she is either widowed or she just, I don't, yeah, we're gonna say widowed, even though that's really sad. It's really sad to think that she's single, so I'm gonna pretend she's widowed. She was married, she had her kids and her grandchildren, and then grandpa died, so now she lives in her little cottage by herself, and that's why it's so small. But it's good for her because then she doesn't have to clean a whole big house all by herself, because she's in the country all by herself. So yes, fun. Yeah, I just throw these ugly curtains up everywhere because I feel like all grandmas have really ugly curtains. I'm just kidding, sorry to any grandmas, no offense. Yeah, and then she has like, I imagine that's her knitting basket, and then she has a basket of magazines and books that she likes to read because she's retired, so she's got to have something to do, you know. I always wonder what I'm gonna do when I'm retired. I wonder if I will have a hobby, because like stereotypically grandmas or old people, they like knit, or they go to bingo, or they do gardening, or there's always something that old people are doing to keep themselves occupied when they're retiring. But like my grandparents still work, so but my grandparents are pretty young, so I guess it's they're just not there yet. I don't know what I would do. I think I would probably do a lot of artsy stuff. I would definitely be the grandma or the old lady. Definitely I want to be a grandma. I don't want to be just like the old lady who had never had kids or grandkids. Like, I want a big family. So I think I'm gonna be the grandma that has the crazy garden. Like, I'm just gonna garden all the time, and I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna have the crazy garden. You know, like how there's some grandmas who are like crazy cat lady? Well, I'm gonna be the crazy garden lady, and I'm gonna have the prettiest flowers, and I'm gonna have all the best produce, and everybody's gonna love me because I'm gonna share it with them. So yes, best grandma ever award goes to me in the future. Haha. I don't even know what I'm just going on about like stuff that I don't even know anymore. So I'll probably end the video here because I don't know what else I can talk about. I'm just gonna start rambling, and I already started rambling about a few minutes ago. So if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and leave comments. I'll see you guys all next time. Bye.